The one thing I love doing more than anything else in barefoot shoes is running, especially in places like this. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Running's my therapy, and the more connected to the ground I am when I'm doing it, the better. But there's a problem, because Vibram make it really hard, because there are quite a few shoes in the FiveFingers range that do this whole running thing really well. So what I thought I'd do is break a few down, explain what's different about them, and then I want to share something at the end which you really need to hear, but it's a bit uncomfortable. This is my happy place. I love it here, especially first thing in the morning, getting myself out to my nearest clump of nature and getting as connected to it as I possibly can, which is partly why I love barefoot shoes. All the benefits of being barefoot without the disadvantage of getting home with mucky feet. Now, when it comes to running, I've got two favorites. Actually, I've got three favorites, but we'll come on to the third one later. But if you're serious about trying barefoot running and you love Vibram FiveFingers, then you've got two main choices, the V-Run and the Trailope. But what's the difference? Now, these are made for running, which is why they're called V-Runs. And if you're maybe a little bit new to barefoot running and you're still emotionally attached to the idea of cushioning, then you might want to give these a go, because these have got a little bit more bite underneath them. On the road, it feels like they've almost got suckers on the bottom of them, the way they grip the tarmac. And off-road, they do the job pretty well too. Now, these don't have the softest sole in the Vibram range, and they're certainly not the thinnest. But, and here's the really good bit, it's what's on top. They've got a super thin upper with lots of little air holes in. So if you're going on a long trail run or out on the roads, you don't get home with stinky feet. Do you know, it's never really occurred to me before, but I think the V-Run's actually quite a versatile little shoe. Super grippy on the road, really versatile off-road. I like them, and they're great for beginners too. I think if the V-Run had a voice, it would say something like, "Slip your feet inside me, let's go on an adventure." That sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? When I go trail running, I love a bit of a challenge. In fact, if there's a muddy path, the 8-year-old child in me is heading straight for it, which is not a bad thing, because we live in the UK here, and summers last around 5 minutes, and it only takes a couple of trail bikes and horses to go down a path like this, and it starts to look very different. So in circumstances like that, my V-Runs are going to be V-running away as fast as they can. So what I need is a bit more of a truck of a shoe. A shoe that still gets me connected to the ground, but at the same time gives me a bit more grip, a bit more traction, so I'm confident when things are a bit sludgy and I'm not worried about falling over. Now, the Trailope's got a sole that's not much different to the V-Run in thickness, but look at the difference. This grips like Spider-Man climbing up a wall. Not that I suggest you try that. There's a bit more to them on top than the V-Run, so your feet aren't wallowing around in there. And overall, they're just a bit more robust than the V-Run, so your feet feel really protected while you're navigating all the slippy, slidey trail stuff. And you've got this flappy bit on top. That's there to stop all little stones and nasty little things getting inside and rubbing up against your foot, because nobody likes that. Now, I'm quite happy running in these on the road, to be honest. The conditions are good enough though, I'm putting the V-Runs on. And if they're not, then I'll wear the Trailopes. Now, if the Trailope could talk, I think it would say something like, "Buckle up, I've got mega grip, I've got grit in my teeth, and things are about to get dirty." Now, I've been wearing barefoot shoes for around 15 years, and I don't wear anything else. And I like not much of a shoe. And the KSO Evo is not much of a shoe. Now, while the V-Run has got about 8mm of sole, the KSO Evo has only got 5, and you'd be surprised how much of a difference that makes. I mean, take a look at the underneath. Very little grip compared to the V-Run, and certainly nothing compared to the Trailope. Now, I love running in KSO Evos. They are my go-to, but the conditions have got to be right. If it's a little bit on the muddy side or a bit slippery, running in these can be a bit of a challenge. But I love them because they're so thin and they're so soft. They get me as connected to the ground as I possibly can be. So if you want to give these a go, by all means, heartily recommended, but these aren't going to be around forever. So get them while you can. So the V-Run and the Trailope are very different shoes designed for pretty much the same thing. So you'd be okay running in either of them if you like a bit of road and trail, but if you prefer the roads and just like to dip into a trail every now and again, go for the V-Run. And if you love the trails, quite happy getting a bit muddy, but slip out onto a road occasionally, then try the Trailope. Right, here's the uncomfortable truth about all these shoes. They don't change how you run. That's your job. But they do change what you feel when you run. And that's an important difference. And if you're not running with good form, trust me, you'll know about it. If not straight away, certainly the next day. When you stop buffering reality with thick supportive shoes, then everything starts to feel different. Your feet feel different. Your body feels different. Your whole nervous system feels different. So if you've gone running in either of these shoes, or maybe you've tried both of them, I'd love to know what you think. How did you get on with them? Did the V-Run change the way you feel the ground? Did the Trailope tighten your turns or give you more confidence on muddy paths? I'd really like to know. And if you've not tried Vibram FiveFingers before, or any barefoot shoes for that matter, slip a pair on, go for a walk in places like this, and then get back to me.